I received an email a few days ago that said, I've been selected to apply to do a video for some company that manufactures standing desks. Are you kidding me? We're woodworkers. We don't apply to do videos for other people who build things. We build them ourselves. So that's exactly what I'm going to do today. I'm going to build a standing desk. To help keep things moving along here, what I've done is I've made the legs ahead of time, so I've cut them and glued them together. And what you're looking at is two pieces of wood. This isn't one, this is two pieces glued together. And we do that for strength and for stability. And basically what I've done is just taken a board, not unlike this, cut it down the middle, and then folded it back and glued it together. I've already squared off the ends. I just need to make the final cut now. Well, I've moved over to the table saw and I'm going to be making the braces, the lower braces for the legs. And these are 2 inches wide. So I've already set the fence, and the height of the blade wants to be about a half tooth above the material, and we're all ready to go. While I'm at the table saw, I might as well cut the 4-inch apron section, and I've already set the fence to the proper distance. Now I'm at the sliding miter, and I'm going to cut all of these support sections to length, but I'm going to cut the upper and lower all together so that I get them exactly the same length. What I've done now is just take a moment to have a look at all of these legs, flip them over side to side, and figure out where I want them to be. So I've actually labeled them so I don't get mixed up. There's front left, front right, and I always know that this green tape is on the front side of these legs. Now I'm going to be using my doweling jig for this, and the way it's set up right now, the holes would be flush with the side so that this board would sit like this. But they also provide something called some standoffs, and they come in, there's one size and there's another size, and there's just two of this same size that I happen to have. So when I look at the reveal, when I look at this, there's flush, and I really don't want flush, but if I look at this one and put that one in there, it almost puts the leg in the middle, which isn't bad. Gives quite a large reveal in there, maybe a little larger than what I want, but when I put these two in just to size it, I really like that. You can see how the light, just even in this area, how the light catches that, and just sort of, you know, you've got a different tone in each one of these boards, and that's what helps to give the detail to furniture. So I'm going to put two of these in here, and that will give me the reveal that I want. Just that simple. Now, before I start drilling holes, I need to stop and take a minute because I need to drill holes here and here. Now this is easy because I can align the doweling jig with the top of the leg. But when I get down to this one, and you can see I've got some pencil marks, I pencil marked all of the legs where I need to drill holes. This one is going to be here, but where do I put this and how do I make sure that it's the same on every leg? Pretty simple. I just made this little jig, and all it is some scrap wood, you can see that, and I just put that on like that. Now I need to drill the holes in the cross-member pieces, and for that I'm going to be taking the these little standoffs out. Well, I'm finding this tapered leg jig that I made a few videos ago pretty handy. Now I'm going to cut the gable sides of the top of the standing desk. And there I have two equal, perfectly cut gable sides. Perfect. Now we need to cut the pieces that go in here, the cross members, and I don't know what this angle is, and I don't even really care, because look at this. All I need to do is move this over, and I can readjust the blade . And that's all I need. The blade is adjusted to the right angle. Now all I need to do is cut them at that angle. So there's a little bit of a dry fit. All of these are still loose. They need to be fastened together. But I mostly wanted to check the angles. Yeah, that's good. Perfect. Well, there's lots of ways we could attach the sides to the front and back. We could use box joints, we could use dovetail joints, but I think for simplicity, I'm just going, because I've got the doweling jig out, I think I'm just going to use dowels, and they'll be more than strong enough for what we need here. Well, now comes time for the dry fit, and I've learned not to put too many dowels in. They're too hard to get out. I've already got one in there. All right. Good. All right. Well, we'll glue that up. I've glued up a different kind of wood here. This is called Gary oak, and it's a very hard wood, and it'll be perfect for the top because we'll want something a little bit harder. I want to put a little bead of wood along here, and I thought it would be kind of interesting to put something a little bit contrasty. So I have this piece of holly that I've got, an old chunk that I've had years ago, and I'm going to run that through the quarter round on my router, and then we'll take it over to the table saw, and I'll show you how I'm going to make this. I'm sure most of you have heard me say in the past, it's very dangerous working with small pieces of wood. And this is no exception, because we're going to be working with a small piece. Because what I want to end up with is a piece like that. And there's how that wood came out, and you can see that's exactly what we're looking for. There's that piece of holly. I've just trimmed it off to length, and I've put a scribe line. I don't know if you can see it, but that's what I'll line it up with, and we'll just glue that on. And when we come back, we'll show you how the top all fits together. The table's all done. I haven't fastened the top on yet because I want to finish everything. But before I do that, I want to show you how this top works. I have two tops that I can use on this. I have the slope top, but I also have a flat top. And the flat top I'm going to use for times that I have things that I'm assembling or things that I'm repairing that I can just put on that are going to be flat. So it's pretty handy to do that. But most of the time it will have the sloped top on. And the way it works with the cleat system is you just slide it on and the cleats grab the end. There you are looking at it from underneath. So the cleats slide in and lock to the front, and that prevents the base from moving around. Then on the other side, I have two twist locks that when the top is on, it's locked on so that it can't come off. And so to replace the top, you just turn the two cleats parallel and the top can slide right off, and I can put the flat top on if I want to do some other kinds of work. Well, I've got lots of finishing to do now, and what I'm going to use on this, I'm going to use a shellac finish on everything except the oak top, and for that I'm going to use a water-based varathane because it's very, very hard, and I need something that's going to be very hard because I'll be writing on it. So that's what we'll do. When we come back, we should be all done. Well, and that concludes my video on making the little standing desk. And guess what? I didn't even have to apply to some other company to do a video for them. We did it ourselves and we built our own. So I'm looking forward to getting this in my office. These are great little desks, handy, and this one's got a couple of different tops that I can use for it, so it's even more versatile. I'm Colin Cadet for Woodwork Web. Thanks for watching.